We all know the dream. But have you heard about the bad check? That's the real constitutional conflict here.
This one metaphor, it's everything. It's about America defaulting on a legal and financial promise.
To get the conflict, we gotta look at the promise America made to all its citizens. King's point was these weren't just fancy words. They were a binding contract, a promissory note for everyone. This promise, he said, was the very bedrock of what America was supposed to be about. But when Black Americans tried to cash that note, there was a huge problem. This is it, the heart of the conflict. America's promise comes back, marked insufficient funds. Think about it, 100 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, and the check still wouldn't clear. This bad check wasn't an abstraction. It was the daily injustice people faced all over the country. This is why they marched, to demand payment on a debt that was long overdue. King's message was clear. No more waiting. This constitutional crisis had to be solved now. He put it perfectly. No more drug of gradualism. It was time for the fierce urgency of now. The warning couldn't be clearer. No justice, no peace for the nation. Simple as that. But this demand for justice came with a really important rule on how to fight for it. He was calling for incredible discipline. Taking the moral high ground was the only way forward. And this wasn't just idealism, okay? It was pure strategy, using soul force to win the battle. Okay, so how does America finally make good on the check? How do you cash it? Well, this is how. The famous dream is actually the solution. It's the payment plan. And it's not some fuzzy fantasy. It's a list of specific outcomes that make the promise real. The dream was deeply personal, demanding real equality for his own kids, for the next generation. It was also a vision of healing, right? Of finally bringing people together and ending that division. The argument is that this change isn't just a nice idea. It's absolutely essential for the nation's soul. So when you hear "Let Freedom Ring," that's a demand to make the constitutional promise real, everywhere. And this is the sound of that bad check finally being paid, in full. This speech framed a huge conflict, which leaves us with a question. What's the status of that check today?